Hi, my name is Claudia and today I want to do a get ready with me, and I'm gonna chat about all the random things and also applying some new makeup that I bought over the last 2-3 months on my face because I feel like it's around holiday time, although it's only mid-September. Crazy when we talk about holiday, it's like mid-September, and we have seen so many new makeup releases, also holiday releases, everything around holidays and beauty ever calendar, something like that, and I feel a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of new releases in the market right now, and also the amount of content created around that kind of topic. And I am myself, the saying is I'm the victim of that mentality. I think I'm the real villain of that. Oh, new makeup, I want new makeup, I buy new makeup. I'm the real villain here because I have bought quite a few makeup products, and look at my collection right now with the part of makeup that I prepared for this video. I'm overwhelmed by even my own habits and behavior. So I just want to take a step back, a little step, just a tiny teensy little step back to make a video about applying makeup, about doing my makeup, about trying makeup, testing makeup, whatever it is, so that I feel like, oh, that's a calming moment when I don't have to scrolling through social media and feel a bit FOMO about not having new makeup in my collections. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna apply a primer today. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I haven't done get ready with me or just like applying makeup purely for the sake of full face makeup for a while, and I'm actually getting ready to go to uni. It's a Sunday, but I do feel like going to uni, maybe stay at the computer lab to work on assignments and my thesis. It's not like I feel like I think I have to, because I have a deadline soon, and well, once again, life is also overwhelming on top of new makeup and holiday releases. This is my final semester, and yeah, I'm gonna graduate in December. Hopefully, cross my finger, if I get everything done, I'm finished. I've spent 7 years of my life in tertiary education. Could you even imagine that? Like, it's wow, 7 years. 7 years ago, I moved from my hometown to Ho Chi Minh City to start my bachelor degree in chemical engineering, and later on, after 4 years, I moved to Australia to get my master. And next year, I'm gonna be a graduate engineer or working at the mine. Could you even believe that? I don't. I don't recognize myself after all those years. So I think dealing with that change, not that it's already changed, but looking for it as a future prospect makes me feel a little bit worried and scared and nervous. Like, I've started off as just a student, and now I get to be kind of a semi-official engineer working at a mine site, which is my dream job of becoming a mining engineer. So I feel a bit reluctant to believe that I am capable with all that, but I still have to do it, like, in a way or two. I have to make it through because I already decided, like, I picked it. I put my name on that contract, and yeah, I just have to do it. It's like, even when I'm scared, I have to do it scared. I want to apply a little bit of concealer. This is the NARS Custard. The shade is Custard, but the name of the concealer is Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have mentioned that I have a goal of using up this concealer by the end of the year, or else I would have to retire it because it's quite old. But it's still my favorite. And it's in my everyday makeup bag. So I hope that thinking about it that way, making sure that it is my everyday makeup bag sitting there on the tabletop that I'm doing my makeup, I could eventually use it up. Like, I don't think I can. Like, honestly, if I'm being very, very honest with myself, taking things conservatively, I don't think I could finish it, but I can use a huge chunk of it, and that would make me feel very good. I don't actually plan anything for today's video. I was just thinking, I need to film. This is the day that I need to film. There's no construction over that side, which is very, very nice. Of course, it's a Sunday, so nobody's working, so that's just a perfect time for me to film. And I didn't post last week because of all of the stresses that I have working on my thesis. So I just give myself a break. Like, I don't want to edit. I filmed a video before that, but I didn't want to edit it, so just to give myself a little bit of time. And yeah, some emotional things happened along the way. With this channel, I'm trying my best to stick to the schedule, to stick to the goal that I set for myself, which is 2 videos maybe and 1 short in a week. But I don't take it that seriously because this is still a launching state of my channel. I'm still figuring out what is the right thing to do on my channel. So I don't put pressure on myself, like even when I have a very, very off day and I need to get a lot of uni work done and I still have to make some time to do editing or filming, I was like, nah, don't do that. I love this channel. I love filming and applying makeup and just talk about makeup. That's kind of the spark of my day, like one little sweet thing of my day that I really, really adore. But it's not that deep. Dealing with my emotions and dealing with the thing that's gonna make me who I am, which is my uni work, would be my top priority at the moment. So I'm very glad to do my makeup today. Like, I rarely do my makeup as usual, but every time I have a chance, I feel happy. And that's all matters. So all of the things around this channel related to makeup, but not essentially my own expectations of myself to do makeup, but rather just make a content about makeup, would be at the back burner. I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder. This is the L'Oreal True Match Even Perfecting Powder Foundations. I have a shade Nude Ivory. This is a powder foundation, but I don't just wear it as a powder foundation, so I feel like my skin, even though it's oily, won't be able to breathe through a layer of powder foundations in any shape or form. So I just like slightly dust it and use it as a setting powder, and so far, well, like I've been using it for like 2 years for that purpose, and that worked. So I'll keep doing it that way, just like dust it through my face. So you can tell that I've been talking just like random things when I go through my makeup during this video, and that's kind of the whole point. I watched a video earlier getting ready for this makeup. Is Robert Welsh. He is a makeup artist from the UK, and he made a video about kind of Gen Z cannot do makeup. And also like he made a video earlier about how Gen Z wants you to buy more makeup. So everything about makeup on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok right now is just trying to sell you an ideology of more makeup equal better. And he said it's kind of a conflicting thing when people say that they want to watch more Get Ready With Me or tutorial. Some people say that they're still watching it, but when there's a video about tutorial or Get Ready With Me, it won't get as many views as the one that's more commentary or product based, review based. And I think there should be a balance, right? And even when that you put out a video that nobody watch, do you put it out for yourself or for the people who watch it? There's a line between that. For me, I'm very, very small. Like, I mean, you can tell how small I am in this platform. So I can make it out there and feel like I do it for myself. I don't make any money from this channel at all. Like, it's gonna be maybe the next decade that I can make any money from this channel. But I do still put out videos. Like, I still follow some of the structures of this platform, of the beauty YouTube platform, that I do reviews sometimes. I try on new makeup releases sometimes. I do videos about criticizing new makeup, like an anti-haul. I do like lifestyle things that I love, and I do Get Ready With Me before, so I do have that kind of knowledge and discipline to do some things that the algorithm has taught me to do, and I know which one is gonna gain more views and gain more traction. But I do have the freedom to not thinking about, oh, if I don't get as many views, I won't make as much money, because like people have to pay bills. So my content can be very random. Like right now, like you can tell that I'm talking nonsense, but I'm trying to make a point that I can still make random things within my creative mind. And I already told you that I do this because I want to explore the part of my creativity apart from my analytical brain that I use so much for my work and study, so that I can feel like I have that creative part in me that I can cherish and adore and respect so much. So it feels kind of relieving and like calming that, oh, at this stage I can just talk about random things and nothing is gonna be a consequence. Like, I cannot see a bad outcome coming out of it except slow growth rate of my channel, and that's not the main point because it's slow either way. It's gonna be a long and slow process either way. I want to use 2 brow products today. I know it's gonna be a little bit overloading, but I got this Essence eyebrow gel. Lately it's a brow pomade, and I got this one for a while. This is the Essence Make Me Brown eyebrow gel mascara. So this one, they call it eyebrow gel, but usually this would be eyebrow gel, but they call it eyebrow gel mascara. I don't know. It's like, I mean, it's a gel texture, right? You can technically call it eyebrow gel, but people would call it brow pomade or something. Or have I not heard anyone calling a product like this eyebrow gel? Very, very likely. So I'm gonna find my tiny tinsy brush. Where is it? Yeah. It's right here. This is so good. It's like very sharp and like angle brush, so thin, like how thin it is. Couldn't even see kind of the thickness of it, so thin. And I love using it to fill in my brow with this brow pomade. I got the shade dark brown. And back to the topic of the type of content that influencer or like content creator, beauty YouTuber, they would release. I never actually comment on any channel ever to tell them, oh, why don't you do this more often? It's like I feel frustrated that you change. Like, there's so many changes. Like, and people are being mean to the YouTuber that they have changed something regarding their type of content. Also, like, it's not that serious. You're not running out of content anywhere. If you don't find that kind of content from this creator, you can find it somewhere else. You can find it from someone else. You can find it in a book. You can find it in a magazine. You can find it in a blog. You can go to other platforms. We are not that deficient and devastated of a type of content from one specific person to make you mean to that person so that they would do the thing that you want. And I think that kind of extreme versions of paranormal relationship, no, parasocial relationship is fascinating to be investigated. Like, there must be some, and I think some people have done studies about it, but just looking to the psychology of that kind of behavior could tell you a lot why people are so attached to an internet personality right now. They are not a person. The things that you see across the screen, they are not persons. They are not your colleague, they are not your friend, they are not your bus driver, someone that you interact in person. It's just a part of their personality. And being attached and being reliant on them to give you what you want is kinda, you know the word, like, you can find adjective and add it to me because I don't really have that kind of vocabulary to like describe that situations. So yeah, I've heard story that people said, not like people that I watch on YouTube, they said like, oh, they left mean comments because I said, oh, I don't want to do that kind of content anymore, or I don't do exactly the type of video that they want, or they want to see something from me and they keep asking me for it. It's not really my type to do it anymore and I don't feel comfortable to do it. Why wouldn't you do it anymore? Like, have you changed? Have you become a strange person that I now don't want to subscribe to you anymore and I don't want to have any involved with your content anymore? Well, like, in a very condescending way, like, I've heard this from the internet. I'm Gen Z, so I learn most things from the internet. Log off and touch grass. Like, we do have so many other things in our life that's way more intricate and complex and sophisticated than just staring at a screen, comment on someone's post, keep going back and forth on that. Just do your life, because, well, I have to say it, like, someone has to break it down. Your life is not on the internet. It's never is on the internet. It's somewhere else in the world. It's entangled in this physical world. You just don't make it your entire life that everything you do, everything you say right now, everything you heard from someone right now is basically internet based. Like, it would be very, very tragic if we fall into that trap. And I didn't invent this saying, but it's very good that, like, if you don't say that to someone in person, or that person's in person, just don't say it. Don't say it in your comments. That would be very mean and very unkind and very unintellectual of you to do it. Like people, just me, like sometimes I scroll through comments because yeah, once again I am judgmental in that way. Like I just want to scroll through comments, and like if I find something that's funny, I'll give them a like. I see people showing off their opinion in a very, very unnecessary and exaggerated way. Like there's no way they would say something like that in person, because I know unless they are that underweight of social skills, but like for the majority of people that have some knowledge and some interactions with people in their real life, they would never in any scenario do that in person. So I think because they have the power of being anonymous, they think that they're invincible. And invisible, no, you're not. You're still someone that people are gonna side-eye across the world and feel like this is not good, this is unnecessary, like just don't do that. And I would very, very hurt and feel upset that my kid or like someone that I know would do that to someone in real life. If they have enough critical thinking ability and conscience, they would feel like, oh, that's not good for anyone, just don't do it, like just shut up. Sometimes the easiest way to deal with the situations on the internet is to shut up. Let's do some blushes. I have Flavedo and Albedo. This is a Dew Tint in the shade Toffee. It's like a burned orange, red, brown kind of color. It reminds me of the new Rode pocket blushes, you know, the thing that everybody is talking about and loves. It reminds me of the shade Toasted Teddy. I feel like the Toasted Teddy shade is a bit more muted, but this one I think is only vibrant because it has this kind of like dewy glossy finish. But I think when it stays and sets into like a matte finish on your skin, it could look a little bit more neutral, a little bit more cool toned in that way. I have high hope for it. I'm actually gonna mix it with this Peripera Mood Matte Tint or something. It's actually a lip tint, but it has this like velvety, moussey kind of texture. So I think I can use this as a bronzer, like putting it on my bronzer area, and use this as a blush. So this is not technically a bronzer because it's still quite reddish, a bit pink. But I think I can make it work as a bronzer or a blonzer moment. I'm very familiar with this formula, so I have confidence that even when I dot it directly on my cheeks, it will still blend out in the way that I want it to be. And yeah, it really does. It looks so nice. Huh. I love this cream blush. This is like the best cream formula in my collection. I hate my hair sticking to my cream product every time I try to blend it out with a sponge. Oh, I don't know if I like long hair. My boyfriend, he definitely loves seeing me with the long hair. But I don't know. I've been having like a shoulder length or like a little bit higher kind of cut for, I don't know for how long, since I was in 10th grade. So that was my signature kind of like bob cut. But then as I moved to Australia, I couldn't go to my very, very trusted hair stylist anymore. I just have to grow it long because I don't think that I can trust anyone here in Australia. Like, not that I think hairdresser hairs are like, oh, you wouldn't be able to do the same thing that I want, and I don't think you qualify to do it. Like, I don't want to sound that condescending and frustrated, to to go for a haircut in Australia, that's not cheap. It's like $40. Like my boyfriend, he gets his haircut at the barber shop for $40. And I do think that's already the normal price. Like he didn't go to anywhere fancy. And that's $40. Imagine going to like a hair salon. The level of hair salon and all the things you're gonna do there. I don't think I'm the woman of that yet. Maybe one day when I have like a full-time jobs after graduations and I have that kind of financial to go to those places, I will. But right now I have to wait. The last time I visited Vietnam, I didn't get a haircut because I still know that my boyfriend, he likes me with long hair better. And there's nothing to be ashamed to say that because he definitely has a preference over long hair. But that's still me. And I guess psychologically and then evolutionarily, we don't really think a lot why men, they're like women with longer hair, but it has something to do with the attractions of resources and a healthy body that could grow this kind of long hair. So that's a real thing. So that's why I was like, I want to show him that I do try to look good in front of him. It's like if you have been in a long-term relationship, the effort of trying to groom yourself to make yourself look the best, the kind of like dread and anxiety every time you get ready to go meet someone, to go on a date, it's fading away. So I feel like in a way, the fact that I keep maintaining this long hair is to show him that, yeah, I do still care how I look in front of you because I do still want to be attractive for you. And I am still the persons who have invested a lot of time and effort into making this relationship a real bonding, real attractions, real, you know, what's the word? Like affections? I've heard said that, like attractions and affections of the physical thing that we have felt for each other. Now at a higher emotional level, I do still want to keep those primal thing at the sun level. That's what I mean. So yeah, I'm living with the long hair. I'm not sure. This is like long. Yeah, so since 10th grade, it's like 10 years since I have my hair this long, and it's quite dry already. Like I've been using way more hair oil than I had to before. So I have to find something, or like a treatment, a hair treatment, or like a mask or conditioner that helps with this length. But anyway, let's apply this blush or the lip tint that I decided to be my liquid blush today. I feel like it could be very cool tones. Like, look at the tone. It's, yeah, it might be way too cool toned to my liking. Actually, it's not bad. Like, after a few blends, it's not that bad. Whoa. Yeah, this side, way more products. That's why it's quite vibrant. I'm gonna add a little bit more on this side. But the color is really good. Yeah, I thought it would be too bluish, purplish, too gray, but it blends into the other blush really nicely. So far, I'm not using any new makeup product yet, I realize. So the brow gel, the pomade, is actually the only new product that I've tried so far. So yeah, it's a good old get ready with me with nothing new, with a sprinkle of new products if you want to. But like I said, I already tell you, I spent the first 30 minutes talking about how I think I can do whatever I want in this channel, and I have that kind of power and willpower to make it my own thing. So it doesn't matter how it turns out to be. It's still something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I do still love it. I still love the way that I'm going with my channel, the way that I have handled my content lately. And I would just love to see what I can make this channel to be, because I don't have a clear directions. I just do the thing that I do, and then it turns out that I love it. I'm not sure what the future of it would be. Maybe I'm not going to be interested in doing YouTube anymore next year because I got a full-time job. It's a fivefold position though. Like in Western Australia, you just have to do 5-0. Like it's a mine. It's up there in Peripera. You have to do 5-0, and yeah, I'm worried, a bit nervous about that lifestyle. 6 day off, 8 day on site, fly in, fly out. Yeah, just have to make the best out of my 6 day off, like trying to do something in between so that I can, in a way, convert myself back into the living and staying at home mode, also preparing myself for my next week. So that would be a ride, and I don't know within that 6 day I can manage to do any video, like to make anything fun out of makeup anymore, or I just like, oh, this is terrible, like I don't want to get back to work, but then I have to, and I just want to do nothing in my swing off. I don't want that to happen. I want to have, like I said, a sense of living, a sense of staying at home and enjoying life. So we'll see how I deal with that. But my plan is not stopping making any YouTube videos. My plan is continue the way that I do with this channel because I do love it. Let's do a quick makeup look. I have this Essence, the Cool Nude Edition Stone-Cold Nudes palette. So I thought the name of the palette is Cool Nudes, but no, it's Cool Nude Editions. The name of the palette is Stone-Cold. I want to use this today. Maybe using some of the pinks and purple, but also I want to apply one of my The Kind Collective single eyeshadows. I made a video about it, trying all of them on my eye, and I am enjoying them so far, so I want to pick maybe one shade to use on my lid today. So maybe this is Pink Diamond. It's like sparkly rose gold pinkish shade. Really, really beautiful. Like it does look more sparkly on the eye. It's, yeah, I don't know if you can tell the shape of like the sparkle with this swatch, but like on the eyes it looks very, very pretty. Actually, there's a shade in this palette. I think it could be similar. Whoa, this formula is quite creamy. So it's like a creamy foil metallic kind of finish. Well, they don't really look the same. Like I thought they could be similar, but they're not the same. So I would have to decide which one that I want to go to in today's look. But at first, let's apply something on the crease. I'm gonna dip into that like pinkish warm beige shade. I think it touches the gray a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, I hate hate is a strong word, but I just don't like the thin rectangular shape. Like I tried to dip into this shade and there's a little bit of this gray got into the brush. So I was like, I don't know, make the paint bigger. But maybe if you use like a smaller brush or like a precise brush, it wouldn't be an issue. But I mean, it's a fluffy brush. You have to use, like, not that you have to, I'm sorry. You want to use a fluffy brush on your crease, and you have to dip the fluffy brush into the matte pan. So why do you make it so hard to use a fluffy brush with your eyeshadow palette? This is utility, it's just convenience. Yeah, that's a very nice, coolish, like I said, it does look warm, it's kind of warm, I don't know, but I think it got some of the gray in it, so it turns out to be a bit grayish, coolish, a bit blue, kind of setting, transition shade, but I don't mind. I will dip into this deep plum purple shade. Wow, it's very, very bluish cool. So it's a very, very unique shade. Now I can see it in the pan. It's like purple with blue with brown. Yeah, it's, wow, very cool tone. It's cooler tone than I expected. But if I keep blending it, I think it will blend into my skin tone and transitions into something that's a bit warmer and more neutral, because that's actually the undertone of my skin. Yeah, not bad. Wow, kind of pretty. I was watching a video from Jessica Nixis yesterday, and she talked about the Roman Empire, but then it's like old school makeup, something that you think about at least once or twice a day. It's just something that's stuck in your mind, and I was thinking, what is my Roman Empire? I think it probably dinosaurs, because paleontology, I think about it every single day, but it's something that I know that I love. I think that's something meaningful, but something that you call a Roman Empire is something that's very random. So like, men think about the Roman Empire, it doesn't have anything to do with your life unless you are an archaeologist or like a historian. So that would not be your Roman Empire. The term the Roman Empire in internet slang would be something that's very random, doesn't have to do with your life, doesn't affect the cause and consequence of any of your actions, but you still think about it. And I was thinking about something like that. Definitely not dinosaur and paleontology to me, because they are very impactful. They are something that I know is gonna be greater and greater as I get older in my life, and as my maturity grows, I can learn more from it. So I don't think it is, but I think I know one. But first, let me apply the pink diamond eyeshadow. I think is the book Brave New World from Aldous Huxley. Yes, like I've been wanting to read that book for a while, and the new Captain America movie, like if you have seen the trailer, I think this Captain America form, it's called Brave New World, and was like, they're trying to copy Aldous Huxley. Like, I don't say like copy, but they want to create the sensations of the book, and anyone who know the book and what is it about, they want to create that kind of hype. They want to create that kind of like gossiping environment around that movie. Oh, Brave New World, is it anything like what's in the book? I have been wanting to read that book for years. I never read 1984, but I read Animal Farm from George Orwell, so I know what would be about, like that kind of dystopian, a bit social satire kind of book. And I love Animal Farm, just like the best novel, the best fictions that I've ever read. And I would just keep thinking about the movie and the book and the movie and the book. And I've been going to some like secondhand bookstore. I went to op shops to find Brave New World. I actually went to like a book sale at my university. It's like giant. There's like thousands and thousands. There's like a big bookshelf. It's like not just like a bookstore. It's massive. Couldn't find it, and I was so disappointed that I couldn't find Brave New World. And it's like, well, is it true? Like, I hope that it's evident that people want to read that book. That's why I couldn't find it. But because I went to like secondhand bookstores, I don't want to buy it, like, you know, because I want to look for the evidence that it exists. So people still want to spread the knowledge that this book has such impact on their life, so that I can find it in somewhere that I know that it has been passed down to me from someone else. Like, yeah, it's just a weird thing that I do. And for a moment, I hope that isn't evident that, oh, people have thought about it as well. People wanted to read it as well, and that's why I couldn't find it. Like, that's why it's so rare. The library at my university, no copies. My boyfriend, who works at the library, no copy. Like, wait, is this world really that dystopian? But the other day, I went to my uni, and usually on Tuesdays on my campus, there's a guy, he had like desk set up when he sells secondhand books, and I actually come up and ask him. Like, sometimes it's as easy as asking someone for what you need, because that's a fair choice and kind of like a fair right. If you need something and he's there willing to provide it, he would absolutely happy to do it. And I asked him whether he had Brave New World. Wow, I got myself Brave New World. This is like the original cover. I like this cover a lot. And yeah, and I've been thinking about it. It's like, it was my Roman Empire before I got it, and now I was thinking about it. I've read 2 chapters of this book already. If you know, you know. Like, I need a break from it. That's how intensive it is when it comes to that dystopian kind of topic. In the future, wow, like, is it what we're gonna turn out to be? Like, I don't want to know. Like, am I the lower class? Am I the higher class? Like, who even I am? Like, what I would be in that society? Am I the someone that's gonna mean anything to that world? It's so great. It's so amazing, that book. I think it's very, very genius, and I hope that more people will read it. And actually, my boyfriend, he told me that he read it when he was at high school. It's kind of like a suggestions, kind of like an extra curriculum thing that, like, they would suggest you to read sometimes a book. So I hope that's a good sign that people still find it relevant. But boy, oh boy, that's good. He spent 2 chapters describing the department of hatcheries and conditioning. Mind-blowing, the thing that they did there, like, because it's so realistic, like, all of the details. It was written in 1934 or something. Yeah, so it was written, or like first published in 1932, but every detail of it is so real. Like, it's so engineering, it's so technical, and I can imagine it's something that's real because I am involved in that industry and I know how real it could be. And he wrote it in 1932. Like, how could he do it? I have quite a few existential crises in my life already. That's when I watched BoJack Horseman. That's exactly the moment when I read Animal Farm, and when I read Amusing Ourselves to Death, and when I watched Rick and Morty. Like, my world had been shaken quite too many times already. This one is another time. This is. And I'm happy that in the grand scheme of things, with the internet, with social media, there's still real things like physicals and emotional, intellectual things that make me a little bit disoriented, like a bit spiral, and start to question my existence and the reality that I'm facing right now, so I know what I should do next. I think it's incredible. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the end of the look already, and I just want to apply a lipstick, lip gloss, lip tint. Like, I don't know, like yeah, I'm not even who I am anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's from eSpoir. I don't remember the name, but I will leave the name down below. It's kind of a lip tint. It's very sheer. It's kind of this neutrally pink, kind of mauve color. It's such a good color. And the tint is not very standing and pigmented, but in a way it's quite comfortable. I really like the tone of the looks. Like, it's pinky. It's still pink, straight up my alley, but in a way it's leaning very cool tone purple, mauve. But the main point is still like a bit warm, a bit blushing, sun-kissed kind of look. And I really enjoy today's video. It's been a while. Like, when I say it's been a while, it's been half a year or so that I didn't do any get ready with me kind of tutorial based. Like, I don't think this is like a tutorial or anything. I'm not giving any educational value for you to learn about makeup, but I think it's very calming, and I've talked a lot. Like, I feel quite dry in my throat that I've talked a lot, but it's a chance for me to talk about like random topics so that I know that, oh, makeup videos could always be about makeup, about random things related to makeup, about how I feel about makeup. And it doesn't always have to be about products, about review, about sensations, about rage bait, about knowing that you're gonna hate it or love it. At the end of the day, it's that simple. It's that easy. Makeup is makeup. No matter how you perceive it, it's something that you consume, the type of content that you consume on your daily basis. So you choose how to deal with it the way that you do. Once again, I'm Cloudy, and hopefully we'll see each other again. Bye!